It'll just make that tension bigger and deeper, and I'll keep having those crummy thoughts and they'll just get more monstrous. Developing your ability to, ooh, I feel this, this angst that's in me, and recognizing that this is so important.
This is scary, or oh, will I be good enough, or oh, will people still like what I'm doing? So
when I get really honest with myself about what's really important to me, then I'll take action from there.
well, hello, Gloria. It's so nice to be here with you with the healing method. My name's Gail Donohue and Gloria Lybecker. And I just wanted to follow up on the conversation we were having the other day about noticing.
Mm-hmm.
And you were mentioning about how important that is. And I was sharing how I was noticing a celebration in seeing how my thought process and my choices and my behaviors have been changing since doing this work. And you mentioned how important it is to be noticing tension as part of this overall process. And I was wondering if you could just talk to us a bit more about this tension piece.
Yeah, well, it's a key part about being able to recognize these different aspects of the creative process. And tension, like when I said I was having crummy thoughts, that creates an internal tension within me. And most of the time when I have that kind of a tension, I'm going to want to get rid of it or change it, or, because I don't like it. And so that will actually, when I follow through with that, it'll just make that tension bigger and deeper, and I'll keep having those crummy thoughts and they'll just get more monstrous. However, when I can notice them and recognize them and not take it personal about them, and redirect my focus to what I really love because I love it. And then it takes the power of that tension, it brings in service of my life. So the analogy that I've liked using for this is a bow and arrow. But when my grandchildren were little, they would like to take sticks and strings and they'd make little bows and arrows, and boy, they'd have all kinds of fun. But if you use that bow and arrow to try and shoot an arrow, the string, and you pulled it back and you let go, the arrow is just going to drop to the ground. There's not going to be any tension or momentum that's going to spring it forward to hit the mark. But when you have a master archer and their equipment, their tools they have, and also the skill sets they've developed, is they really know how to hold the tension on that arrow and to keep their focus on what they love, on that mark that they want to hit. And when they release it, it's going to have such momentum as it goes forward. It just kind of takes on its own life. And it can be breathtaking to watch. Well, when
Mhm.
we realize that that's what we're about when we're creating, that our focus actually it directs your energy. Your energy is going to follow the focus that you have. And when you can catch yourself having the limiting beliefs that aren't truly, that they're imprints in your life upon you, you can recognize that and you can step out of that. You can bring that energy in service of what you love by holding the tension, developing your ability to, ooh, I feel this, this angst that's in me, and recognizing that this is so important, what I'm doing. I'm going to do it anyway, even though I might be really scared and nervous and I have all these thoughts and, scared who's going to think that about me, or that doesn't really matter. I thought
Mhm.
it mattered, but what really matters is following through and taking that action step in service of what I love, simply
Yeah.
because I love it. And when I do that, that brings the momentum. That's like a joy juice that starts to come up, and it'll bring in synchronicities in my life, and I start to notice even more. And I take more action steps. I follow through. And when I follow through, that right there is the success that I'm like, it buoys me up. And it's life-changing for sure. So I'm wondering what you're catching, if you could reflect a little of that.
Well, it just what really impacted me was hearing you say about noticing this tension and noticing if this tension is if like which you are listening to the thoughts and the tension that's related to being scared or you're not good enough to do this, or are you keeping your eye on the choice that you want to be making for creating and moving towards what you love. And just how powerful that is if you can keep the tension there to be able to direct your energy to move towards what you love, despite having thoughts that are coming in of oh, this is scary, or oh, will I be good enough, or oh, will people still like what I'm doing? So it's interesting seeing that still at play and choosing to move forward to what you love anyways.
Well, it's because also recognizing, well, those are beliefs that I've had, and they're not necessarily true.
Mhm.
When I get really honest with myself about what's really important to me, then I'll take action from there. And
Yeah.
it starts to change my whole life from the inside out.
Mm. That's a really, I love what you said there. We can catch that for our next session is being honest with ourselves. I think that would be an interesting topic for our next podcast.
Okay,
Gloria.
let's do it.